Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new Destiny 2 video. So I recently got the Raid Exotic Shotgun from Root of Nightmares, and it works amazingly with this Hunter Void build. Now of course there's going to be various builds that work really well with this shotgun, but I personally enjoy this build the most with Hunter because the amount of invisibility you get with this build allows you to easily walk up to enemies even in high tier activities and just shoot them, freeze them, and continue the cycle and easily be able to kill high tier enemies. Now with all the new seasonal mods and all the armor mods that you can have, this build just is incredible, not only with the shotgun but by itself. Without further ado, let's get straight into how this build works. Now of course with this build the weapons are up to you. I am using the Conditional Finality just because it's amazing with this build. I'm also using the Funnel Web, and then the third weapon you can just use whatever you want. Anything that's going to get you orbs of power really fast is helpful. So now where they're on to Void, I go ahead and use the Mobius Quiver as my super. You can switch this up, it doesn't really matter. I use Gambler's Dodge, Triple Jump, Snare Bomb, and Vortex Grenade. These are the best in slot in my opinion. And then for the aspects, the first aspect I use is Vanishing Step. So basically every time you dodge, you become invisible. This helps a lot in team activities and just overall in solo activities. You can easily run up to enemies with the Conditional Finality, get those shots off, you're safe, you're easy. There's no risk of getting one-tapped when walking up to an enemy. The second aspect you're going to want to use is Stylish Executioner. Basically defeating a weakened, suppressed, or volatile target grants invisibility, which is also really nice for this build, being able to get invisibility a lot. Basically this build you're getting invisibility all the time, and with the exotic helmet we're using, you're gonna basically be invisible for most of the time you're using this build. Alright, now we're on to the fragments. The first fragment you want to use is Echo of Undermining. So with this, your Void Grenade weakens targets. It's basically just improves your Void Grenade really well. You also use Echo of Cessation. So finisher final blows create a burst of void damage that causes nearby combatants to become volatile. We're not so worried about the finisher, more so when you defeat a volatile enemy, it creates a Void Breach. We also use Echo of Starvation, so picking up a Void Breach or an Overpower grants Devour. And then finally Echo of Persistence. Void buffs applied to you, so when you get invisibility, you have it for even longer. Alright, so let's move on to the armor. So the exotic you're going to want to use is the Graviton Forfeit. It's going to be the exotic helmet. Now this is really nice because it increases the duration of all your invisibility effects. And then when you're invisible, you get your abilities super fast. Now you won't get your grenade as fast, but when you're invisible, you get your invisibility grenade really fast. And since you're going to be able to be invisible for well over 10 seconds, it's really nice and gets you your abilities back really fast. Now the armor mods on my helmet, I go ahead and use Void Siphon just because I use Funnel Web, but you can switch that up depending on which weapon you use. And then I use Dynamo because it reduces the super cooldown. And then you can fill whatever perk you want in an extra slot. Let's go through the armor mods for all my other armor really quickly. So for the arms, I use Grenade Kickstart, Momentum Transfer, and Bolstering Detonation. For my chest, I use Emergency Reinforcement and Stasis Reserves just for my shotgun so I have more ammo. For my legs, I use Stacks on Stacks, Insulation, and Insulation twice. And then finally on my class item, I use Reaper, Proximity Ward, and Bomber. Good luck to you guys with getting your shotgun. Again, if you complete the triumphs for the raid, you do get a higher chance of actually getting the shotgun. But yeah, I do love this build with the shotgun. It works really well. Hope to see you guys in a future build video or video in the future. Peace out.